Hello everyone, welcome to Game 2 of today's PSCL doubleheader. This one is between the Grizzly and the LumberJacks. It's a battle of the forest green uniforms. Hard to tell them apart from up here, but I'm Charlie Gonzalez, and here with Johnny Maldonado. Grizzly 5-4, LumberJacks undefeated no longer. They lost their first game of the season the other day to the Bootleggers. They're now 8-1. First, let's go through the starting lineup for the Grizzly. They are the home team today. Designated hitter, number 6, Jack Zimmerman in the leadoff spot. Batting second, the center fielder, number 12, Hayden Orrell. Batting third, the left fielder, number 17, Justin Clapp. Batting fourth, the shortstop, number 13, Zach Lewis. Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 16, Horacio Baltazar. Batting sixth, the second baseman, number 21, Aiden Jackson. Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 8, Dominic DiCarlo. Batting eighth, the extra hitter, number 5, Seth Vogt. Batting ninth, the third baseman, number 1, Kane Lussick. Batting 10th, the catcher, number 9, Ryan Sierras. And starting on the mound for the LumberJacks, number 15, Christian Henderson. And we'll have the lineup for the LumberJacks and the Grizzly pitcher when we go to the bottom of the first inning. There's the first pitch way outside. Ball 1.
Jack Zimmerman's out of Layson College. He's going to be entering his freshman year, standing 5'10", 185 pounds, currently batting .444.
There's ball 2. Finds the zone there. Was aiming for it the last 2 pitches. It had too much outside break. As a result, and there's 2 balls strike. There's ball 3.
Jack Zimmerman currently has 8 hits. 6 hits, 1 double, and 1 triple with 4 RBIs so far this summer.
There's strike 2. He thought he had ball 4, and we have a leadoff full count for Jack Zimmerman.
And what a way for Henderson to fight back in. He was down the count and was able to throw back-to-back strikes.
Henderson delivers the payoff pitch, and there's ball 4. And thankfully, I know baseball, and that's because if these 2 teams, their uniforms are practically identical. Here's the one very small difference between the 2. The Grizzly have a little bit of white in between where the shoulders and the arms go, and the LumberJacks are all green in that spot. Other than that, this looks like an inter-squad matchup if you're just seeing this for the first time. There's ball 1 to Hayden Orrell.
It's the battle of the greens today.
Greens. Yeah, make me think of leafy green vegetables. I packed myself a salad for lunch. It's a 1-0 count. Ball 2.
Zimmerman currently has 4 stolen bases this summer so far, so we'll see if we see the Grizzly be aggressive today, as also Hayden Orrell collected himself 4 as well. So once they get on, they're going to be running all over the place.
There's ball 3. It's a batter's count right now.
Orrell's currently batting .350 this summer. Collected 7 hits, 2 doubles. Only struck out once all summer.
Strike 1 finds the bottom of the zone. 10 pitches in, still no outs. A runner on first. Henderson, right-handed pitcher, has to keep an eye on base runner at first. This is popped into, it looks like right center field and getting just out of reach. Oh, just out of reach of the center fielder Medina, but because of the hesitation Jack Zimmerman had going to second, he's tagged out 8-6. Not something you see every day. So the single that should have resulted in Zimmerman being safe at second. Instead, there's 1 out.
And what a way for the center fielder to rifle it in. The ball just stayed up, but then let it run in front of him and threw him out at second base.
The chopper, it's going to go over to the first baseman. He's going to go over and tag the bag. On the first pitch of the at-bat, Justin Clapp is retired, but he advances Hayden Orrell to second. Now we have Zach Lewis, the shortstop.
Zach Lewis is out of Hartnell College. He's batting 389. A lot of these batters are batting over 300 for the Grizzly.
Ball one. The story of the game we did about half an hour ago that ended, it was haymakers against the Blue Sox, and the Blue Sox had a great day at the plate with 12 hits, but they had too many runners left on base, and they were able to bring home a run in the bottom seventh as their strike one, and but it wasn't enough as they fell 3-2. What do you think that that both teams can learn from the Blue Sox mistakes on offense?
True. I mean, the Blue Sox only had 4 strikeouts throughout the whole game. 5, but they were hitting the ball well. It was just right to the defense. Although you do have to give credit to the haymakers. They were making some stellar plays, a lot of double plays with the bases loaded, which helped out the starting pitcher, Woodfield Hayden, get out of jams. But, I mean, not a lot of stuff was going right for the Blue Sox within hits. So you got to give credit where it's due. The haymakers were able to bring them across. They were hitting the ball as well. It just fell right on the ground, resulting in base hits for them.
Yeah, a little bit. It was, some of them were unfortunate that they went right to infield defenders, resulting in getting them multiple plays and stranding runners. But their choices on which pitches to swing, I thought they often made those mistakes, and that is why they lost. Because a lot of low outside pitches that resulted in flyouts in the infield, and just right off the top of the bat, didn't get enough of the meat on the bat for him to carry into outfield.
Yeah, it looked like they're either getting jammed or out front of it. But then again, haymakers were also piecing up the ball with running on, so.
We'll just hit into center field. It's going to get past Medina and Heitzman out there. It's going to go all the way to the warning track almost. And throwing it in, there's an RBI double for Zach Lewis. And the Grizzly have a 1-0 lead here early against the LumberJacks.
That ball was barreled, hit over the center fielder's head.
So here now at the plate is number 16, Horacio Baltazar.
Baltazar at Dominican University.
Ooh, check swing that one below the zone. Good eye, ball one.
Baltazar had a 4-game hit streak going on from June 12th all the way up until June 18th. And on June 14th against the Coyotes, he collected 3 RBIs with a double.
Swing and a miss. Strike one. So tomorrow I'll be scoring the 2 games on the turf field, and you have the day off, it seems like.
Oh yeah, can't wait.
There's ball 2. And College World Series also going on. LSU wins tonight. They take home the title. Coastal Carolina wins today. Then they force a game 3 tomorrow. But both teams winning a title in the last decade, so it's definitely not a Cinderella story for either of them. It's just which powerhouse can come through. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2 count. Now, roping one into right field for Horacio Baltazar is in the cards, and if it goes far enough, he can drive home Zach Lewis. Has a big lead off of second base. And Henderson sees that, swings and misses, and that is how the inning will end. So on 22 pitches, Christian Henderson allows 2 hits and 1 run. We go to the bottom of the first with the Grizzly leading 1-0. We'll be right back. I'm going to try running the commercials just to see if it works this time. You never know. I have never seen that before.
Hmm.
Nothing. Just the frame rate was so bad. Like you could see what the animation looks like when there's a
You know, we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here as well. But I guess I'll say it's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles.
And books and crayons, and they have kid-size stuff about almost for everything. That you would want, so young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back to the bottom of the first inning. Johnny Young on the mound to start for the Grizzly. It's a 1-1 count. Here's the starting lineup for the LumberJacks. Batting first, the shortstop, number 8, Peyton Ford. Batting second, the center fielder, number 6, Jordan Medina. Batting third, the extra hitter, number 5, Jesus Vasquez. Hit by pitch. Peyton Ford will go to first. Batting fourth, the left fielder, number 24, John Heitzman. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 16, Caden Stillwell. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, number 12, Drake Rogers. Batting seventh, the first baseman, number 21, Aiden Crochet. Batting eighth, the right fielder, number 3, Lucas Barker. Batting ninth, the catcher, number 10, Kyle Berkowitz. And batting 10th, the second baseman, number 2, Stevie Hutchinson. Grizzly lead 1-0. Oh, and there's a bunt. It's going right down the first base line. And, ooh, the 3U to advance Peyton Ford over to second. That was the first pitch of the at-bat. Jordan Medina's retired. He meant to bunt that, but it had too much speed off the bat, and as a result, it got to the first baseman without him having to run up to grab it.
It was an attempt by him to move him, but he did the job and moved him to second base and went to run in scoring position for Jesus Vasquez.
Yeah, that unfortunately, when you try to bunt, the bat's supposed to be completely still. He moved the bat forward as a result. The ball went further. There's strike 1 to Jesus Vasquez.
And Jesus Vasquez had a hot start. In straight games he had hit. First time he was hitless yesterday against the Bootleggers. He's been on a tear so far as the singles merchant. And back on June 17th against the Rush, he was able to put up 2 triples and bring in 2 runners. Been having himself a so far.
The 0-1 pitch to Vasquez. Low outside, ball 1.
Vasquez is currently batting .480.
Rockets that foul over to the visitors' batting cages. Looks like it bounced on the top of the net of one of them. So 1 ball, 2 strikes.
He currently has 6 RBIs, and this is his chance to make it 7, with Ford standing at second base.
Fouls that off again. Staying alive.
Johnny Young checking Ford at second.
Fouls it off again.
This will be Vasquez's 6th pitch in the at bat. This continues to fight it off.
This is hit over to the shortstop. Oh, and it gets away from him. Takes an odd hop. And that is going to be an RBI single for Jesus Vasquez. As once again it hits that little lip in the when the dirt turns to grass, and it'll allow the ball to bounce away from Zach Lewis. And a run comes home. It's tied at 1 apiece here in the bottom first with 1 out.
Yeah, now he has 7 so far. 7 RBIs, excuse me.
He said he has a chance to get another one. Well,
Yep.
he just did.
Yeah, the singles merchant, as I mentioned earlier. A lot of singles, and there's nothing wrong with that.
And there's a little outside, ball 1.
John Heitzman is out of University of Scranton. Currently, his junior year, standing 6 feet, 190 pounds. Batting .421.
Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, John Heitzman, I was telling Steven, our colleague earlier this season, if you take out the T and the Z and put in an S, you got the namesake for the Heisman Trophy. And so, like, when you say it fast, it sounds like you're saying John Heisman, but it's John Heitzman. Check over to first. Jesus Vasquez is safe.
Heitzman's currently batting .421 with 8 RBIs.
There's strike 2 and a successful stolen base for Jesus Vasquez. Another runner in scoring position.
They just continue to put themselves in scoring position, and the Jacks are taking advantage of it. Hit right here could break the tie open.
Slow bounce over to the shortstop, Zach Lewis. He'll throw it over to first to Baltazar for out number 2, and advancing Jesus Vasquez to third. Caden Stillwell, the third baseman. We're in the middle of the order. Fifth, 5 hole out of 10. Sidearm kind of wind up, but brings it upright. There's ball 1. Yeah, Johnny Young, he has a great ability to do that. Like when you dip the arm low and your head to the side, you think you're going to bring a sidearm, then he pulls it up right the last second, and the trajectory is normal. Not many pitchers have the ability to do that, as he does it again. Ball 2.
Caden Stillwell's out of Ventura College. Only struck out once in 6 game appearances. Having a great ease.
Ball 3, so it's a hitter's count right now for Caden Stillwell, as the lead run is 9 feet away. Anything that can get past the infield will give the LumberJacks their first lead. Strike 1.
He had a 3-game streak. He brought in runners in each game, but it broke yesterday against the Bootleggers.
Strike 2. After being behind in the count, Johnny Young has worked it to full. And that's the final strike of the inning for the LumberJacks.
In that 3-game stretch, he brought in 4 runners.
And he goes around swing and a miss for out number 3. So it's a tie game after 1. The RBI by Jesus Vasquez ties it up, and we'll be back for the top of the second inning with 6, 7, 8 due up for the Grizzly. That was a swing, right?
Yeah, it was a swing, yeah.
Where's the, trying to think, what the heck is, All right, welcome back. It's the top of the second inning. Grizzly and LumberJacks are tied at 1 apiece. Aiden Jackson leads off in the 6th spot. He'll take ball 1 from Christian Henderson, who's still pitching. Due up after him, Dominic DiCarlo and Seth Vogt. Strike 1.
Aiden Jackson's out of Linfield University. Just finished up his junior year there, standing 5'11", 185 pounds.
Ooh, thought about swinging at that one. Doesn't. It was in the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, it was close.
That's a slow bouncer. It's going to be a comebacker over to the pitcher and a 1-3 put out quickly to retire Aiden Jackson. 1 away in the top second.
And now we have Dominic DiCarlo out of Skagit Valley College.
Swings at the first pitch. That's going to be a chopper. It whizzes past Henderson on the mound and quickly throwing it over to Crochet's Hutchinson for out number 2.
All it took was 1 pitch to collect the second out.
And here's Seth Vogt, the extra hitter. And there's the first pitch in there for a strike right down Broadway.
Vogt had a great streak going on the first 4 games. He was able to get on base and score 5 times, with scoring twice against the Colonials back in June 12th.
A swing and a miss, strike 2, and Grizzly Down to the final strike of this inning. Henderson looks to go 1-2-3. All he needs is one more strike or perhaps a ground out, fly out. The 0-2 pitch. Strike 3, and Seth Vogt goes down looking. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Henderson. We're going to the bottom of the second. It's a 1-1 game here between the Grizzly and LumberJacks. We'll be right back. Welcome back. As the bottom of the second inning, Johnny Young will face 6, 7, 8 in the order for the LumberJacks. There's strike 1 to Drake Rogers.
Johnny Young so far during the PSCL stint has 9 strikeouts and only 2 walks.
1 ball, 1 strike. That's going to be hit over to the shortstops, quickly scooping it up, even though it took a weird hop. They're throwing it over to first. It's Lewis to Baltazar to retire Rogers.
And now we have Aiden Crozier out of Lafayette College batting.
Lafayette College out in eastern Pennsylvania. The Lafayette Leopards. One of a hand. Actually, 1 second. I'll get to that in a minute. That's foul tipped. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's one of the handful of teams that aren't that won a national championship in D1 football that's no longer in a D1 single A team. They have that banner up there, and they have no more hopes of adding to it just because they're down to D1 AA. And that's fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Crozier is currently batting .333.
And there's strike 3. Crochet goes down looking. And Lucas Barker, now the right field, coming to the plate. Takes an off-speed pitch above the zone, ball 1.
That'll make Johnny Young's second strikeout so far in this game.
One ball, one strike for Barker. Young taking his time. Strike two. Really good at getting them to looking. The changeup and curveballs are Johnny Young's bread and butter, and both here and on the power.
Yeah, he's have to continue to throw some great pitches. Barker only has 3 strikeouts.
He's taking his time. Deep breath. Hasn't had to deal with a base runner this inning. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And he sees Christian Henderson go 1, 2, 3 in the top. He's like, I'm going to do that too. So through 2 innings, Grizzly and LumberJacks tied at 1 apiece. We're going to the top of the third with 9, 10, 1 due up for Grizzly. We'll be back. Okay, welcome back. It's the top of the third inning, 9-10-1 due up for the Grizzly, going up against Henderson on the mound. Kane Lusick leading off, due up after him, Ryan Sierras and Jack Zimmerman. There's strike 1 to the third baseman.
Yeah, Christian Henderson's been having himself a great outings. 12.2 innings pitch. Before today, he had an ERA of 0.
There's a slow bouncer over in the infield. Third baseman scooping it up quickly and making the putout. What an effort there by Caden Stillwell to get it to Aiden Crochet in time to retire Lusick.
Great play by the third baseman, charging on that and trying to get a speedy runner, Lusick.
Now, Lusick is pretty fast, but on that one in particular, Stillwell just had the right nice read on it. He saw that Ford wasn't going to get to it in time, and he took it himself. Fouling off the first pitch is Ryan Sierras.
Ryan Sierras is a recent 25 high school graduate.
1 pitch, swing and a miss. No ball, 2 strikes.
He'll be attending Canyon. Oh no, that was his. He attended Canyon Springs High School.
Hits this right up the middle. It's going to be a base hit into center field to put a runner on.
That'll be the 3rd hit of the day for the Grizzlies. Grizzly, excuse me.
Yeah, Grizzly, I know it gets confusing. It's like Stanford is just cardinal, not plural, and then every other team that's Cardinals is plural.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
And now we have Zimmerman up to bat. Had to walk his first time around.
It was tagged out, though, because that hit right after him as there's ball one. He hesitated too long, and center field was able to throw shortstop and tag him out. Really rare play in baseball. He thought he was going to be caught. Thought he should go back to first. Just ran there too late.
Yeah, give credit to the center fielders, staying aware of where the runner was at and raffling it down second base for the force out.
There's strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Jackson. The 1-2 pitch. Henderson, patient swing and a miss, gets them with the cutter, 2 away here in the top third.
And both pitchers have 3 strikeouts apiece. It's been a pitcher's duel so far as they both gave up a run back in the first inning.
Has a runner on first. Ties 1 apiece. Check over, but Ryan Sierras is safe.
And Hayden Royal had a base hit and scored his first time around. Currently has 4 walks during his PSCL time.
Swings and misses at the first pitch. It was a high fastball. He wanted to get a piece of it. Had he made contact though anyway, probably would have been a grounder, resulting in the last out of the inning. So no balls, 1 strike. There's strike 2. Grizzly down to their final strike. Yeah, right now it's curling Henderson versus a pitching duel. Only 1 hit and 1 run. Henderson re-hits him.
Oh, he is first.
Oh, pop back. Oh, that was
getting close.
On top of the press box. I think that might have been the first time it actually made it on top of the press box before bouncing off the railing that separates it from the stops you from falling off. It's just cleared the fence enough to land on the very top of the press box.
It's like your game we caught closer and closer.
I know.
Still down 0-2 though.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for my lucky junior to come in and get to me in the press box. No ball, 2 strikes. Strike 3. Looking K for Hayden Oral. Now going to the bottom of the third. It's still 1-1 game. LumberJacks have 9-10. Berkowitz, Hutchinson forward will be back.
You got him looking right.
Yep.
Yep.
Excuse me.
That was disgusting.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 35, 36. Yes, okay.
Now he's batting Berkowitz. Oh, he's up here.
Bottom of the third is about to begin. Berkowitz, Hutchinson, and Ford due up. Johnny Young still pitching for the Grizzly. He had 32 pitches in the first 2 innings. Retired the side in order in the second. Now he'll face the catcher, Berkowitz. Ball 1.
Berkowitz is currently batting .308 with 3 walks and only 2 strikeouts out of playing 6 games so far.
Oh, gets a piece of that. That took an odd hop. Oh, and it goes behind the shortstop, Zach Lewis. So that will be ruled E6 as it did not take an odd hop right there. So getting on base, the first error of the game. Committed by the shortstop for the Grizzly, Zach Lewis. Now, that was a very strange hit in particular, though, because it looked like, to my vantage point, he got a piece of it, and it bounced off the catcher's helmet and then still went into the field of play. Definitely bounced off of something. Maybe it was the turf right in front, but yeah, that looked like it should have fell.
Yeah, there's been some crazy hops so far on this field. Just shows you to be locked in.
Yeah, that was definitely avoidable. It wasn't too fast, and it didn't bounce off the even part of the grass. Sometimes it's difficult to make that one fairly routine. So no balls for Stevie Hutchinson.
He's reaching high to it.
Fouls out into the stands, sitting there to go fetch the winner.
Currently has 6 hits and has a hit in back-to-back games against the Grizzlies and the A's. They beat the Grizzlies back in June 19th. They won like 4-3. Grizzlies looking to get revenge.
Young, it's a count now, throwing it up. He's upset that there's an runner on base right now. Does not want them to come around to score. So it's still no balls, 2 strikes.
He was making sure not anywhere. Back-to-back pickoffs attempts.
Slowly inching down the line. That's the hit to the baseman, scooped up. Just like right there, Stevie Hutchinson. And Kyle Berkowitz will be safe at second.
Yeah, would have pounded on the ground to avoid the double play. Although Berkowitz was already moving. If it would have got past him, that might have been a run or first and third.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he took off. He was keeping an eye on Young. He was inching his feet over just a little bit by little. And then Young decided to throw the off attempt. And he's safe, and as a result, now the 1 to big 4.
Now they're going to try to bunt him over. Set up for bunt, took back for ball 1. It's always great to see some small ball action.
Oh, bro. Gave a little warning out there. Berkowitz is still the second baseman shortstop were near, so he's looking to throw it and realized I'm going to be throwing it nothing. 1 pitch. Just bunt, and that's outside the zone. So no strikes. 2-0. Watch out, keep an eye on the shortstop over there. It's Zach Lewis. He's moving inching closer to second, and Berkowitz doesn't necessarily see him. He decides to throw it there. There's 1.
Let's see if they try to bunt and move to third. Still without.
2-1 bounced off the bat against the net. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Now it looks like the second baseman's trying to creep over a little bit to Berkowitz.
Ball 3, full count for Peyton Ford.
Yeah, Payne Ford reach on a hit by pitch and scored. Number 18 baskets to get on the board.
The payoff pitch. Pops that foul. He's going to stay alive at the
room. No, I guess it's out of play. Continues his at bat. Full count here. 7th pitch coming along.
Johnny Young. Keep an eye on Berkowitz at second. 1 out in the bottom third, and there's ball 4. Now 2 runners on. The LumberJacks looking to take the lead for the first time.
And now we have Jordan Medina. He's going to be attending Lone College. Recently graduated from high school.
In his first plate appearance, he had a bunt that moved Peyton Ford over to second, eventually resulting in him scoring a run. For swinging at the first pitch, going to go to the shortstop. Ooh, the 6-4 putout is not in time. Good effort, though, and all runners are safe. The single by Medina.
What an attempt by their shortstop. Lewis, as he attempted it, he caught the ball, but it was just too late. And Ford would have beat a throw.
Yeah, because of where that ball was and the decision he made, that is not going to be a fielder's choice. He wouldn't have gotten it first in time. So that is going to be an infield single with one here in the third. Lumberjacks have now loaded the bases. Oh, Jesus Vasquez, who already has an RBI today. Takes ball on the opposite side.
And Vasquez has 6 RBIs with 10 singles. He's been putting the ball in play very well. Barreling up the ball. See what he get right here. He's had a chance to do it. 3-0 count.
You know, one ball away from a walk-in run. That will be Kyle Berkowitz. There's strike one.
Great take in the outside corner. Still in the hitter, 3-1 count. Base hit could give him 2 runs potentially, but base hit would guarantee a run.
3-1 pitch. There's ball 4, walk-in run, and the Lumberjacks leading for the first time today. 2-1 ball game with 1 out in the bottom third. So John Heitzman grounded out 6-3 in the first inning. He'll come to the plate, but we're having a quick infield meeting on the mound. We'll be right back. We'll wait for this to conclude.
There we go. And no base by balls.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, we're back. The infield meeting is over. Johnny Young still on the mound. Loaded bases with 1 out. Lumberjacks leading the Grizzly 2-1. Grounder over to the second baseman. It'll be a 4-6 putout on the fielder's choice. A run comes home to score, so it's a 3-1 game now. Lumberjacks still up, 2 outs.
Ford was able to come in on that, but they were able to get Vasquez over at second and get the second out. At this point, that's all you need is to get any out you can get him. And hopefully stop the beating, as runners are first and third.
Runners in the corners with 2 outs. Caden Stillwell, he takes strike 1. And not even going to attempt to tag out John Heitzman, who just stole second. 2 runners in scoring position. 0-1 out to the third baseman. Hit in right field. LB is going to get down. 1 run comes home. 2 runs come home. The 2 RBI single by Caden Stillwell. That brought home. To lead off the second. Johnny Young is looking for anything that can help him get him out of this inning and get the Grizzly back at the plate. Trying to tie up this ball game again. This will drift foul over towards the concession stands. Oh, hits that. It's kind of a half-hearted swing. It'll go to the second baseman, and it'll be a 4-3 putout. Now we'll end the inning, but not before. The Lumberjacks tack on 4 runs to take the lead here against the Grizzly. We're going to the top of the 4th with 3-4-5 due up for the Grizzly. We'll be back.
Top 4. Oh, yeah. Okay, I got it.
Okay, ready?
Oh, yeah.
Top of the 4th, Grizzly find themselves in a 4-run hole. They're down 5-1. Leading off, Justin Clapp. After him, Zach Lewis and Horatio Baltazar.
Oh.
And yeah, the wind slammed the door shut here in the press box. It always startles me, never fails to do so. Strike 1.
Yeah, Jack's looking to bounce back as they took their first loss last game. So there's no more undefeated teams in this PSCL. Jack's are the last one standing.
With an extra base hit. That'll be a comebacker, just out of reach of Henderson, and it's going to get past the second baseman, Hutchinson. And that took a bad hop right there, so that'll be a one-out single. It was tough. It was a tough play to make. Pop foul into the stands. Free souvenir. It doesn't look like anyone's going to go get them. 5-1 ball game here in the top 4th. Out, one runner on. Grizzly have more to do. Getting themselves out of this hole. Okay, that's going to go second baseman, and he's unable to scoop that up at first. He still picks it up and throws it over first to retire Horatio Baltazar. So the 4-3 put up, which almost was an error, that moves Zach Lewis up to second.
That's a great cover. You can see, but he bobbled it and was able to rifle it down to first base, getting out. Like an ass.
And the awareness of the base, Zach Lewis, who wait for it to pass, he want to be tagged out on runner's interference, and Crochet quickly turning and awaiting the throw as soon as he realizes where it's going.
There's a lot going on in this basement.
Fouls that back. The ball is Rain Jackson. This inning's going by fairly quickly. Only 6 pitches. We got 2 outs and a hit.
Yeah, they put the ball in play. Grizzly only struck out 3-4 times so far. And walked once.
0-1. Check swing. It's inside the corner of the zone. The ball strikes Grizzly down to the last regular inning.
And Jackson had his first multi-hit game back in June 14 against Coyotes. Had 2 singles.
The 0-2. Check swing. It's just outside. He stays alive. Ball 2 strikes.
Hey, got outside corner. Just fell plate.
4 strikeouts for Henderson. 2 of them looking. Wouldn't be out of character for it to happen once again. Dean Jackson's very patient. Henderson's not struggled to find zone. The 1-2. Gets a piece of that. Fouls it back. Stays alive.
Yeah, Henderson's been giving the Grizzlies issues. Although they do have 4 hits, but they've only been able to collect 1 run coming to so far.
You know, one thing the previous game, the Grizzly are helping the LumberJacks, but they find themselves in a hole. That's the trouble the Blue Sox found themselves against the Haymakers about an hour ago.
And the B-Jack over again. Make sure he doesn't go too far back. Still 2 outs.
It's like, I got my eye on you. And there's going to be time catcher going out to talk to Henderson.
One thing that's great about Aiden Jackson, once he gets on, he does have a total of 7 runs. So they do bring him in, but just a matter of playing as they do need him here. That might 4.
Right now, runner at second. They're down 5-1. Inside, grazing by his knees. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Looks like just missed inside by the plate. He was taking all the way.
Just if they're crying, the plate not just first for them as well as if the back blocks disappear after a couple of innings of dirt being kicked up like that. Fouls it back once again. It's still 2-2.
This will be his 7th pitch and it's that bad. He's fighting up there, making Christian Henderson work. Your 22 of work. Henderson's opponent batting average is currently 163. So he's been very tough on offense. 18 faces.
2-2. It makes contact with check swing, goes foul. He's still at the plate. Now, Henderson working up there. As far
It
as
looks like he
count.
broke his bat.
Oh, he
Took it on the inner part of the, jammed him a bit, but it was just enough.
I didn't see the bat splinter. Good eye. I looked down to my scorebook to make sure I scored that. He's looking. He doesn't that bad either. Now here he comes out.
So break your bat. You gotta hit right spot to break the break. Let's see if the back bring new other break to make 5-2. Because again in the PSCL they only play 7 innings.
The 2-2 swing and a miss, and Henderson retires Aiden Jackson. That is how the top of the 4th will end. Going to the bottom of the 4th, LumberJacks leading the Grizzly 5-1. We'll be back. Here, add 1 hit. Did you clear? Did we go? We're in the bottom, right?
I haven't clicked it yet.
Okay.
I hit right.
When you go to the bottom, add a hit. Yeah, LumberJacks.
There we go.
Oh, wrong one.
Dang it. Alright, I fixed her. Oh, I didn't know I hit the thing. Set total hits. Top 4. Bottom 3. There you go.
Oh, bingo. Okay. Now we're good. Okay.
Oh, okay, there we go. We're on bottom 4. Yeah, bottom 4. Bottom 4. I think it's going by pretty quick.
Yeah.
It's really 20.
We start a little later too.
We have Crocker coming up. And it's still Johnny Young up there.
Yeah, looks like it. Yeah. Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Welcome back. Bottom 4th. Johnny Young on the mound still for the Grizzly. He'll face 7, 8, 9 of the order: Crochet, Barker, and Berkowitz. Crochet fouls off the first pitch. One ball strike. Johnny Young struggled to get out of that 3rd inning. And there's a comeback early. Hops. Makes it into the 1-3 put out. What a leap right there to make sure it didn't get past him. And we've seen that happen a couple of times today. They just jump or they dive for it, and it gets past the pitcher. So 1 away in the bottom 4.
Yeah, great play. It looked like the ball was going to hop over him, but he just leaped high enough to snag it down. Now we have Lucas Parker coming up the bat.
Swings and misses the first pitch.
And Lucas being the type of guy to strike out. This will be his only 4th strikeout in 24 plate appearances.
Just outside. Barker awaiting the pitch. Young delivers. That's be a bouncer. That one's going to get over the head of Johnny Young, and it's going to get in between the 4-6 gap in the infield. So a 1-out single puts Lucas Barker on base. And the LumberJacks looking to tack on more runs here about halfway through this game.
That'll make Barker's 8th hit during his time in the PSCL.
Whoa. That one, it bounced off the ground of his helmet. And so Lucas Barker, who initially said will not get this one base, Kyle Burr is going to get on base anyway.
It looks like they're going to have a pitch for him. It's going to be number 18.
For 18 for the LumberJacks is Henry. There's ball 1 to Stevie Hutchinson. Strike 1.
And Wallen pitch runners out of Orange Vista High School, who's also a recent 2025 high graduate.
Young delivers. Swing miss, strike 2. The 0-2 pitch. Inside, ball 1.
Johnny Young, through 3 innings work, still hasn't worked himself into a full count. Oh, excuse me. He only has 1 full count out against Stillwell, but he won that battle, striking him out.
Ball 2. He's nearing another full count again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Still 1 out in the bottom 4th. The LumberJacks looking to put on some insurance runs. There's the pitch. That's going to go over to the second baseman. 4-6. Free for double play. That will end 4th inning. Grizzly hold the LumberJacks scoreless here in the bottom of the 4th. And we're going to the top of the 5th, where we have 7, 8, 9 due up. DeCarlo Boat and Lussick back.
Suave. Oh, look, one of them was dancing. Oh, it looks like there's a bullpen.
No, Henderson's still out there.
Oh, no, the bullpen. Someone's worked. Someone's there warming up right now.
No, he'll pitch. Henderson will pitch in this inning.
Oh, that's actually my bad.
Yeah.
Oh, they're both. Johnny Young's also 15.
Johnny Young is 23.
Oh, there's a pitcher then.
No. Johnny Young is 23 on the Grizzly.
Oh.
That's number 15, Christian Henderson on the LumberJacks.
Oh, they're both 15. What the heck?
No, they're not. Young was 23.
His jersey is 15 too.
No. Where, online? Or on...
Yeah, look, they're both 15. I guess online they still haven't changed it. All right.
I don't know what you're talking about. Where's number 15?
Henderson on the bump there.
Yeah.
And then Johnny Young's on 15.
No, Johnny Young. Is that number 23? No.
Nope, at 15.
There's a 15 up there? Where?
Right here on the bump.
19, 11, 30. I see it.
15.
No, that's 16. You see that what they were just called?
Yeah, the pitcher.
No, that's 16, not 15.
No, the pitcher.
The pitcher is Henderson. It's the pitcher.
Then who's 15 over there?
There are other 15 on
Yeah,
there.
he was warming up over there.
It must be a mistake. But no, I didn't see any other 15.
Maybe.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
All right, top of the 5th we go. Henderson still pitching for the LumberJacks. Faces Dominic Carlos, Vogt, and Kane Luzick. Delivers strike 1. The final ball game, LumberJacks have a comfortable lead. The Grizzly did a good job getting out of the bottom of the 4th inning. We were on. Ball 1.
to bat, taking strike one.
Seth Boat was struck out looking on 3 pitches to end the top of the 2nd inning.
He's only had 3 strikeouts, so he's usually going to put the ball in play.
Watches strike 2 soar right past him. He's in danger of doing it again.
Start the year back to games. June 11th, he's recorded a hit.
There's strike, and almost taking off second to sign against it is Dominic DiCarlo. The catcher was ready to try and tag him out. Another check over. Dominic DiCarlo hard, one of the more difficult batters to tackle in the PSCL. In left field, and it's going to get under the glove. Excuse me, above the glove of the left fielder, John Heitzman, getting underneath it just in time. He had the perfect starting point to make that catch, and staying at first is Dominic DiCarlo.
A great way they fight out the sun, too. And you're right, DiCarlo isn't hard to get on the base pads. He kept fouling bases. Had a strike. He stole a base in 4 straight games. From June 11th all the way until 16th.
Ryan Sierra, 1 from a day, had a 1 out, single in 3rd. The next time after him struck out, he was ended. He'll take ball 1.
We'll see if we'll see Carlos Speed out there. He tries to attempt another stolen base.
There we go. There's strike 1, and he'll be safe. That goes off the trajectory. The shortstop, great fighting forward to go scoop up before the outfield. That would result in DiCarlo advancing even further.
Yeah, with his speed, who knows what he would have done rounding 3rd.
Yeah, that the second baseman. That probably would have been on majority out there.
Now 6th stolen base in the PSCL.
Gonna boop this right to the first baseman, route number 3. So F3 out in the inning. Looked like the Grizzly were gonna threaten and tack on some more runs. Instead, the next 3 batters after the leadoff single by Dominic DiCarlo go 1, 2, 3. We're going down to the 5th. LumberJacks still lead 5-1.
Still got Henderson up there. Oh, I'm on the wrong team.
Nice.
Oh man, I've been holding that thing in. Oh man. I'm trying to give him a thumbs up. I'm always just shaking my head. Now we have number.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Bottom of the 5th is about to get underway. Johnny Young still on the mound for the Grizzly. He'll face the top of the order, forward, Medina and Vasquez. Way outside the zone, over the opposite batter's box. Grizzly running out of opportunities. They're just pretty damn and grazing the top of the grandstands here.
Yeah, loud strike. Counts even up at 2-2 apiece. And Ford's also a very patient batter too, as he's collected 5 walks.
That's hit into right field, and oh, foul. But
That's 5 in total.
and there's ball 4, a leadoff walk. Peyton Ford gets on base. 0 for 0 in at bats because a hit by pitch and 2 walks, so an on-base percentage of 1,000, and he has 2 runs already. He'll look to make it number 3.
What is that? 2 walks and he pitched with 2 runs.
And this might be it for Johnny Young.
It's like 15.
We'll see. John, number 15, Grizzly will come in relief for Johnny Young, and that is one Castellanos. Castellanos warming up. We'll be ready.
Number 15 against 15.
No, it's Medina coming to the plate unless there's a pinch hitter.
Oh no, for the other team, the
so
Jags.
15. Oh, pitchers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Juan Castellanos. Jordan Medina. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, back to Juan Castellanos, really Johnny Young on the mound. Runner on. That's what comes around without the charge to John. His ball